Hello everyone. So today I am going to revise my topic anti-epileptic drugs. So in anti-epileptic from the epilepsy, what do I mean? The epilepsy is characterized by the seizures, and seizure is basically a abnormal electrical discharge in brain which lead to either abnormal motor experiences or sensory experiences, or we can say abnormal psychomotor experiences. And so for the treatment of the seizure we have to give the anti-epileptic drugs. So for anti-epilepsy we have to depress the brain. We have to depress the brain. So how we can depress our brain? So basically we depress our brain either by increasing the GABAergic activity, decreasing the glutamate, or we can block the calcium or sodium channel blockers, or we can open the potassium channels. In these five ways we can depress the brain. So first we are going to learn about the how we increase the GABA activity. So basically from the nerve endings GABA is released, and GABA is metabolized by transaminase enzyme, or it can be transported back by the GAT1 transporter, or it can used by postsynaptic vessels. So first drug which release the GABA. So basically there were two drugs, pregabalin and gabapentin. Pregabalin means these two drugs increase the release of GABA. So their mechanism of action is act by calcium channel blockers, and these two were the drug of choice for neuropathic pain. Drug of choice for neuropathic pain, in which it is due to diabetic neuropathy or post-herpetic neuralgia. So for the release of GABA, we have two drugs, pregabalin and gabapentin. Both these were the drug of choice for post neuropathic pain, and it is due to diabetic neuropathy or post-herpetic neuralgia. Second is we can inhibit the metabolism of GABA. How we can inhibit? By inhibiting the transaminase enzyme. So we can inhibit GABA transaminase enzyme, and the drug is V-GABAtrin, means trin trans. So from here TR trans inhibitor IN, for inhibitor IN, and GABA means GABA transaminase inhibitor. We can remember it like this: GABA transaminase inhibitor, V-GABAtrin. So it is used in treatment of infantile spasm. I am saying that it is used in treatment, not it is the drug of choice. For infantile spasm, the drug of choice is ACTH. For infantile spasm, drug of choice is ACTH. And for the drug of V-GABAtrin is the drug of choice in infantile spasm in a patient with tuberous sclerosis. If the patient have infantile spasm and tuberous sclerosis both, with the tuberous sclerosis, if the infant has spasm, then it is the drug of choice. So here with is most important, that V-GABAtrin is drug of choice for infantile spasm in a patient with tuberous sclerosis. So basically infantile spasm, the other name for infantile spasm is SALAM, or we can say West syndrome. West syndrome. Now infantile spasm in a patient with tuberous sclerosis, V-GABAtrin is the drug of choice. V-GABAtrin. TR means transaminase, IN means inhibitor, GABA means GABA. GABA transaminase inhibitor. The drug is V-GABAtrin, and it is drug of choice for infantile spasm with tuberous sclerosis. And the drug of choice for infantile spasm is ACTH. ACTH. Okay, now the third is we can inhibit the transporter through which GABA is re-enter into the nerve ending. So we can inhibit it. So inhibit the reuptake, that is GAT1 inhibitor, GAT1 transport inhibitor. So here GAT1, GAT, it is in reverse form, GAT1 inhibitor. So tiagabine is GAT1 inhibitor. Tiagabine is GAT1 inhibitor, transport inhibitor. And the fourth one is we can give the GABA receptor agonist. So basically it includes barbiturates and benzodiazepine drugs. In barbiturates we have phenobarbital, and it in child it can cause hyperkinesia. It can cause hyperkinesia. So Barbitone cause hyperkinesia, and benzodiazepines include like diazepam, lorazepam, clonazepam, and clobazam. So diazepam is the drug of choice for febrile seizure. For febrile seizure, diazepam. For lorazepam, status epilepticus, drug of choice in status epilepticus. So in febrile seizure, drug of choice is diazepam. In status epilepticus, drug of choice is lorazepam. And in these were the common use in these. They are used in absence seizure, and clobazam is used in Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. These were not the drug of choice. Simply, they are used in Lennox-Gastaut syndrome and absence seizure. For the Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, the drug of choice is valproate. I will tell you in further few minutes. And next one is the decreased glutamate activity. These drugs which we studied earlier all were increasing the GABA activity. Now we are studying about the drugs which decrease the glutamate activity. So basically the drugs which decrease the glutamate activity includes the NMDA blocker and AMPA blocker. So in NMDA blocker we have felbamate, and in AMPA we have like AMPA. In this we have perampanel, and NMDA blocker is involved felbamate. So felbamate has some side effect like it cause the bone marrow suppression, and perampanel is indicated in focal seizures. Now next drug is blocking the calcium channel. We can increase the GABA activity by block calcium channel. In this mainly the channel name is T calcium channel. These were present in the thalamus and CNS. T calcium channel were present in thalamus and CNS. And in this the drug is ethosuximide, and it is used only for absence seizure. It is used only for absence seizure because it is associated with only seizure. If it associate with any other seizure, then it is not preferable. Ethosuximide used only for absence seizure, and that's why it has narrow spectrum drug. Now next drug is include in sodium channel blockers. In sodium channel blockers there were phenytoin, carbamazepine, oxcarbazepine, topiramate, zonisamide, lacosamide, rufinamide. So phenytoin and carbamazepine, so these are contraindicated in absence and myoclonic seizure, and topiramate and zonisamide they cause the renal stone because they inhibit the carbonic anhydrase enzyme. That's why they cause renal stones. And lacosamide and rufinamide they are used in focal seizures. So these were the sodium channel blocker: phenytoin, carbamazepine, oxcarbazepine, topiramate, lacosamide, rufinamide, and zonisamide. So in topiramate, the uses were, the trick is like COMB comb. COMB comb. C for decrease the craving for alcohol. O means this is the, here I want to highlight some point that it is the only drug which is only anti-epileptic drug which is used in obese person. So it causes basically the weight loss. So it used in obese people. So this is the most important point, that it is used in obese person because it causes the weight loss. And M for migraine prophylaxis, and B for bipolar disorder. So these were the uses of topiramate. Now we learn about the carbamazepine. So basically carbamazepine is drug of choice in focal seizure and trigeminal neuralgia. It is focal seizure, can be used in, so carbamazepine is can be used in diabetes insipidus and bipolar disorders. Basically in diabetes insipidus and bipolar disorder, the drug in bipolar disorder the drug of choice is lithium, and in diabetes insipidus drug of choice is desmopressin. So adverse effect of the carbamazepine is includes the 4A, A for autoinduction. So that's why we have to give it in first in the low dose, and then we gradually increase the dose. And A for aplastic anemia, it causes the aplastic anemia. A for ADH, increase ADH, and the side effect is SIADH. That's why we don't use it in younger patient. That's why we use in younger patient, not in elderly person. So for increase AIDH, increase ADH. It has the side effect like SIADH. It causes the dilutional hyponatremia. Dilutional hyponatremia. So these chances were increased in elderly people. So CBZ carbamazepine is avoided in elderly people. So in elderly people, the drug of choice in focal seizure, like here I write focal seizure carbamazepine, but in elderly person, the drug of choice is lamotrigine. I will tell you in further minutes. And A for ataxia, it causes the nystagmus and vertigo. So these were the side effects of carbamazepine. That is 4A, autoinduction, aplastic anemia, increase ADH, and ataxia. Ataxia means nystagmus and vertigo. Next drug is our phenytoin drug. In phenytoin drug, as it follows the zero order kinetics, I am not telling you that it follows only zero order. No, it follows zero order kinetic. It also follows first order kinetics. That's why I am not going to write here only. So it follows zero order kinetics, and it is strongly enzyme inducer, and it is antiarrhythmic drug. It is used in GTCS and focal seizure, generalized tonic-clonic seizure and focal seizure. For the adverse effect, we have trick hot malika. H for hirsutism and hypertrophy of gums. Hypertrophy of gums is in chronic doses of phenytoin. It causes hypertrophy of gums. O for osteomalacia. T for teratogenicity. In teratogenicity, it causes fetal head and Toin syndrome. And here M for megaloblastic anemia. M for megaloblastic anemia. A for arrhythmia. Arrhythmia and ataxia both were caused in overdoses. And L for lymphadenopathy, I for insulin deficiency, K for vitamin K deficiency, and A for ataxia. As if the pregnant woman is on phenytoin drug, then at the time of delivery there is high risk of hemorrhage disease of newborn. So if phenytoin is given in pregnancy, at the time of delivery of the baby, we must give him the supplementation of vitamin K, so that vitamin K deficiency does not occur, and hemorrhage, to prevent from the hemorrhage. Now the fifth one is potassium channel opener drug. In potassium channel opener drug, we have retigabine and ezogabine. These were used in focal seizure. Now we are going to learn some other drugs. In this, it includes sodium valproate, as it has broad spectrum. Sodium valproate used for bipolar disorder, and it is drug of choice in GTCS, absence seizure, myoclonic seizure, atonic seizure, and Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, drug of choice is sodium valproate, and it acts mainly on the four mechanism. Those were like sodium blocker, calcium channel blocker, increase GABA and decrease glutamate activity. It does not act by opening the potassium channel. So it mainly acts on the four mechanisms: sodium blocker, calcium blocker, increase GABA activity, and decrease glutamate activity. And the side effect of the valproate is valproate, VALPROATE, valproate. V for vomiting, A for alopecia or curling hair, L for liver toxicity, P for pancreatitis or increased risk of PCOD. As it is the gender specific side effect, this drug sodium valproate has gender specific side effect. It causes rash or allergy, and it causes obesity and ataxia and teratogenicity. It is the most teratogenic drug. So that's why in valproate we have to add folic acid to prevent the neural tube defect, because it causes the neural tube defect. To prevent from neural tube defect, we add folic acid. Now next is lamotrigine drug, as lamotrigine is the drug of choice in elder people in focal seizure, and it has adverse effect like Steven-Johnson syndrome and toxic epidermal necrolysis. And it acts on sodium blocker, GABA, increase GABA activity and decrease glutamate activity. It acts by three mechanisms. First one, sodium blocker, increase GABA activity and decrease glutamate. Some new drugs were like SV2A, cannabidiol, and stripental. In SV2A, it is synaptic vesicular protein, and drugs bind to this protein were levetiracetam and brivaracetam. Levetiracetam and brivaracetam. And in cannabinoidal, it stimulates the cannabinoid receptor CB1 and it inhibits the LDH. So cannabidiol and stripental both are used in Dravet syndrome in child, Dravet syndrome, and stripental also increase the GABA activity and inhibit the LDH. And for the eclampsia, magnesium sulfate is intravascular is the drug of choice. For eclampsia, drug of choice is magnesium sulfate because it is the neuroprotective. It has neuroprotective properties. And if a pregnant female is on anti-epileptic drug, then we don't stop those drugs. Instead of it, we had folic acid in the drugs in the treatment of that patient. Now I'm going to ask you some questions like, can you please answer me? Anti-epileptic agent that acts by opening the neuronal potassium channel is ezogabine, rufinamide, vigabatrin or tigabatrin. Which drug is potassium channel opener? Can you tell me? So the answer for it is ezogabine. Now next question, which anti-epileptic drug is associated with permanent visual loss? Topiramate, ethosuximide, valproate or vigabatrin? As I told you, VI for visual loss. So vigabatrin is the anti-epileptic drug which is associated with permanent loss. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.